Hello everybody. This is kind of a short introductory video just to kind of help explain this new dummy incentive. So I've seen some questions about this. Usually when there's a lot of questions it prompts me to make a video. Here we are. So I just wanted to break this down in kind of a visual form because sometimes it just takes having that visual to really understand things. Typing out in the comments to the best of my ability isn't necessarily working. Maybe I'm just not able to explain it in like a typed out structure. So here we are. We're going to try it video form. So this is all kind of different, I guess you could say, because if you are an older, more veteran style SayABC teacher, you're used to the Our World style homerooms, and with the Our World came a base rate, a base incentive, everything like that. Well, this is different. If you are new to SayABC, you're pretty much coming into this as you're learning everything all at once, and you're able to kind of, okay, this is this, this is this, this is this. Whereas from what I'm seeing, the veteran teachers are trying to compare it more to the Our World style homerooms, and it's a little difficult if you're looking at it that way. With Our World, it was 9 lessons, and then that technically meant that you earned $4 as an incentive on top of your base rate, just for showing up to class, for teaching all 9 lessons. And that incentive totaled up to be, for all 9 lessons, $4 a lesson, a $36 bonus incentive. Basically, it's an incentive to get you to show up to class. So it should be looked at more so like that. It's an incentive to help you, encourage you to show up to class, to not miss classes, just as extra money. um, so it's not really like, oh, well, this is kind of entitled to me. It's a bonus. You have to be in class. You have to show up to get this bonus. Same thing kind of with the dummy. The incentive is kind of similar. It's structured differently though. So you can't actually look at it as a set rate throughout the whole 15-week unit system. It's actually structured as a rolling incentive. For each class that you teach, you're going to earn more money, which everybody likes, right? So how this is kind of set up is it's broken into 3 sets. Now, with 3 sets, that's 5 lessons per set. In order to achieve that incentive for that 5 sets, you have to attend 5 consecutive lessons. Okay, so let's kind of break down this set first. So we have our first set. If you teach the first 5 classes, no problems. This is no IT issues, no teacher lates, no teacher cancels, no late feedback, nothing like this. Then you will earn an additional $10 on top of your base rate. Now, this incentive, as soon as you complete lesson 5, boom, boom, it's in your pay portal. Now, that's, depending on the pay portal only opens updates every 3 days. So $10 already. If you want to look at it as pay per class, that breaks down to $2 per lesson. Okay, so that's kind of how the first set works. Now, no problems, you're able to teach the next 5. Now, we take 10, we add another $15. Okay, so now this is already in your system, and now you just, because you taught lesson 10 all the way through no problems, you're going to get $15 more. Again, if we want to break this down per lesson, boop, 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 that comes down to $3. And the same thing goes with this last bundle. If you can successfully teach all of the classes, you will get another, in addition, 10 plus 15, all of this is already in your pay portal, you will get another $25. Now, if you want to break it down, again, this is worth $5 per each lesson. Now, if you want to total up that total that you would make for all 15 lessons, it is now a $50 incentive. Now, another thing that is different, if you miss a class, you will lose parts of this. Okay, so you have to teach 5 classes to move into the next tier. Okay, so let's kind of erase this. If you had a chance, go back, take a screenshot of this just so that you have it for your records. Okay, we're going to look at it as if something happened and you missed a class. Next. Okay, so we know technically this is $2 a class, $3 a class, $5 a class. Excellent. Everybody knows things happen. And some things are out of our control. Maybe the internet goes down. We don't have a backup. Maybe the power goes out. We don't have a backup. A computer goes down. We don't have a backup. Things happen. Kids get sick. You get sick. Death in the family. Everything happens, and that's okay. But unfortunately, that is going to take away from your incentive because that is a missed class. So, say you teach the first set. No problems. $10, just as we did before. Now, we have a problem. Maybe we teach lesson 6, maybe we teach lesson 7, maybe we missed lesson 8. So lesson 8 is now empty. Okay? So, you would not get an incentive, technically, for this lesson and this lesson. It kind of starts over. You keep this 10 because it's already in your pay portal. But it starts over at 5. 1, 2, 3, and we can even adjust this bracket again. Whoop. So if we adjust the bracket, it comes down to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, you're going to see here, you're not going to be able to get an incentive for those either. So, because you can only teach 2 sets of the 5, that's only going to put you in the second bracket with pay. So once you teach those next 5 classes, another $15 will be added to your pay portal. So before it was pay per class. Maybe you missed a class, and it was okay because you only lost the incentive for that day, and you only lost the pay for that class that day. It's structured differently now. As long as you can teach 10 of the lessons, you're still going to get a total after all 15 lessons are complete, $25. Okay? If you are only able to teach 5 of the lessons, which this would be absurd because at this point you would lose the classes, you would only get the $10. So that's something very important to be thinking about. Now, another question that I had was, say for instance you're only scheduled, maybe you were late getting your certifications in because we're already we've already passed the second, we're into the second week of our spring camp classes now. So say maybe you're late getting in and you're only scheduled for 13. So you missed the first 2 weeks, but you have classes set for the 3rd week. So we'd readjust the bracket. 5, 6, 7, boop. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boop. So again, you would only get the 10, because you couldn't teach these two. You'd only get the 10 plus the 15, because this is not a full set of 5. Okay? Alright, so that is actually all for today. I hope this cleared up anybody's questions. Um, it's a little different. It even took me a little bit to kind of take it in to understand it because I wasn't getting it as well. But this is how it works out now. Now, again, this is just for spring camp. This may change. Everything that is currently happening is kind of in a changing process because we're adopting new things, we're trying new things as well. So basically it's trial and error based on surveys and statistics, and things can possibly change. So keep that in mind. Just because it's like this now, it may not be like this in a couple weeks. It may not be like this by the time we're done with spring camp. But for sure, this is how the spring camp incentives are going to play out until the end of spring camp, which will be sometime in the middle of June. There's no actually set date right now because of the Chinese holidays. I want to thank you guys for watching, as always, and I hope that you have a wonderful time teaching. Enjoy those spring camp classes. I'm hearing a lot of wonderful stories of kids interacting and things actually going really well, other than a couple minor problems that, things happen when we're working new bugs out. But I want to say ta-ta for now. See you in the next video. Goodbye!